Hello. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you today about productivity hacks. I was in an interview actually a few days ago, and they said, Crystal, I know you're always really busy and you've got lots going on. So how do you actually get things done and get things done quickly? And so I began actually thinking about that, and I've actually had another person reach out to me, and they're like, how do you get so much done all at once? And so I did write out a list of productivity hacks, and I don't want to overwhelm you, but I was thinking, okay, well, I came up with about 9 of them, and so I figured I would go through them. So first of all, I find my 15 minutes of time, right, or more, and so I will grab 15 minutes and I'll get something done, but before that I actually make a list and I do a whole brain dump, and I got this from Steve Larson. And so I'll do a whole brain dump. I'll write a whole bunch of stuff down, but then I will choose my first things that are priority, that have to get done first, that will be the most income producing activities. Somebody else, I don't remember who it was, they called it the one domino, that if you knock over that one domino, that it will it'll knock everything else down. And so what is that one thing that if you knock down, if you do that one thing, it will solve everything else. And the biggest income producing, I was finding that I was doing all of these things, but they were really busy work. It was okay, I gotta post on Facebook, I gotta do this, and I got to do that, and all of these things. And really, I was like, are they really amounting for much? And so I had to really dial down, okay, I only have so much time. And so you have to really figure out what is it going to be that is going to actually make you the most money and be most productive. And so that's why I've been working so hard at building the summit. That's going to be coming out soon, going to be launched soon, and you'll be able to get into and register for that. So I'm really excited about it, but it's taken time. And so I've had to pick and choose, what am I going to work on? What am I not? What's most important? What's not? What can I do? What can I get other people to do for me? And so I've really had to choose and narrow that down. The other thing is you need to learn for where you are and where you're the next step that you're going to be taking, instead of trying to learn all kinds of things at once. And if you're trying to learn a ton of things at once, it's really not going to take you where you want to go, because you're so scatterbrained that you're okay, I got to get this done, that done, and that thing. Just learn for the next step that you are going down and what you're doing next. And then get a mentor. Often it's okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and you end up here's your destination, here's where you're starting, and you're going like this, not actually having a straight path to where you want to go. So get a mentor of who's already done what you're doing, who's gonna have that action plan that's okay, do this and do this and this, and do the step-by-step process to get where you're gonna go. Invest in yourself, because it will pay back dividends. And it will really take you on an incredible, amazing journey that you never thought possible. And oh my goodness, wow, that's been the hugest difference in my life, for sure. So train your brain. And I actually have been talking to my video editor. Okay, he's my son, and he's been learning all these skills to be a video editor. He's 19, and so I'm okay, well, listen, I'm train your brain to think in double speed. And he's what do you mean? And this is one thing that I picked up from my mentor that I was oh my goodness, incredible. So you can actually train your brain to listen faster. And my mentor actually listens things at 4 times the speed, which most things won't let you go that far, except for Voxer and different things like that. But in YouTube, on your settings, you can actually choose it from normal to 2 times its speed. And so at first you'll be I can't understand this, it doesn't make sense to me. But if you listen for 2 times the speed, 3 times the speed, and you have to slowly train your brain to listen faster. But first of all, start with 2 times the speed, or you put it 2.5 times its speed, listen to it about 5 minutes, and then go back to where you were initially listening to, and only listen it to at 2 times the speed. So you slow it down a little bit, and then your brain can completely listen to everything that it's saying, and it trains your brain to listen faster. And that's probably why I talk so fast. It's why my mentor talks so fast, is because we're training our brain to listen faster. I don't listen to things at normal speed now unless I have to. And when I'm listening to podcasts and stuff, it's like, oh my goodness, it seems so slow. And so I always listen to twice the speed to get as much information in my head as possible. So when I'm driving, when I'm doing things with my kids, I'll always try to do like multitask and kind of like put a couple different tasks together at once, where I'm doing, I'm doing laundry and spending time with my kids. And so you're doing like a couple things. You're doing something productive and doing something else, right? Or you're driving and listening to a podcast. And so you kind of multi-purpose your time as well. And you're having fun with and taking some relaxed time, also spending time with the family. So just, you're working, but you're also doing, and so how do you multi-purpose your time? So that's another thing. Okay, and then Voxer. Voxer is incredibly important. Instead of like Zoom calls all the time, where Zoom calls are important when you're like recording a teaching something, right? Always record your stuff because you can use it for training and you can multi-purpose your stuff. That's another thing that's really awesome. Okay, these 9 things are turning out to be more, but like multi-purpose your stuff. If you're doing a Zoom call, record it too, because other people might get value from that, and you could probably add it as a bonus as one of your things, because as an offer, because one of the things that I teach in my courses is making your product, because you have an MLM product and everybody's selling the same thing. So when everybody's selling the same thing, you need to set yourself apart. So what do you do that's different than everything else? And so that's part of what this is about as well. And so then you can actually add different value and different teaching courses and learning from experts, recording it and putting that into it as well, and saying, hey, you know what, you might struggle with this, but I've got something that'll help you with, because you know what, everything you buy will actually cause more problems. If you're selling a supplement, well, how do you use the supplement, right? Like I actually was given a tree for Mother's Day, but it came with problems. Okay, where are you going to plant it? What kind of soil do you want does it need to be in? Does it like sunlight or does it like shade? How much water does it need? And then all of a sudden, what's supposed to like not have deer chew on it, then the deer were chewing on it. So then we had to it came with another problem. So then we had to fence it up. And so when you're selling things like supplements and whatnot, how can you package it and package things with it to increase the value that you are adding that nobody else adds to it? Make it unique, completely separate and unique to you. Okay, so Voxer. Voxer is an incredible tool. You can listen to it really fast, and you can quickly send a voicemail to your team and say, hey, then they can listen to it again. If they have problems, they can find it. And it's a really awesome, incredible communication tool. Instead of spending half an hour or an hour doing a Zoom call, but use Voxer, send a quick message, check up on your downline, your upline, and really optimize it. Loom is an awesome app to quickly record things, screen capture can take a picture of your whole screen. And the last Google Docs, I put everything on Google Docs, so that Google Drive with docs and all that, so that I can grab it from any place that I need to, and I can always go back to it. I can access it from my phone or my computer or wherever I am. I always have access to it right away. I hope that helped you. I know I went through this really fast because I really wanted to keep this under 10 minutes, but have an awesome, incredible, amazing day. And I hope that you are able to use these tactics. I am actually creating an online training. It's a huge summit with 21 speakers right now. Possibly the 22nd will jump in here, but it is an awesome training teaching you how to build your network marketing business online. Okay, awesome. Thanks. So look out for that, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.